You have been chanting Lalita Sahasranamam or Devi Khadgamala Stotram or Durga Saptashati for a long time. But you feel nothing is happening, your mantras, your rituals are powerless. Do you know why? Because the moment you finish chanting, you open your mouth and maybe you're destroying everything that you are building. Your tongue is sabotaging your sadhana. You don't even realize it. Let me explain how this happens to many. In our Vedic tradition, especially we are talking about Srividya and the Shakti sadhana, there is a teaching that most people overlook, and that is your speech is not separate from your spiritual practice. When you chant Lalita Sahasranamam, you are not just reciting the mantras, you are invoking the divine presence of Mata Lalitambika through the power of mantras in you. Each namam is a seed, is a powerful vibration of the divine energy being planted in your consciousness. But here's the problem. When you gossip about your neighbor, when you complain about your whatever, your life, your job, when you use harsh words, you criticize, you judge, you spread negativity, with that, each careless words, you are removing those seeds that you had just planted. That's the reason if you look at it, our ancient scriptures are very clear. If you look at Lalita Sahasranamam, it is being given by the Vak Devatas. Vak is the communication, the words that you express. So these Vak Devatas are the one who control the power of words. When you are worshipping Ambal through Lalita Sahasranamam, we are asking for sacred speech become more powerful in our communication, because communication is everything. It is the ability through which the manifestation happens through your words. But if the tongue is not pure, if our speech is filled with negativity, gossip, harsh words, that's where the problem is. Think about this way. Your tongue is like the sacred fire. Yeah, it should be used to keep the flame on. It must not be doused. Chanting mantras is like you adding ghee to that, and using the words in a negative way, it's like dousing it with water. That's why our rishis had given, especially when you're doing intense sadhanas like Purascharana, the Guru instructs to observe silence, maunam. Now, the silence is not a punishment, but it is needed because silence protects that sadhana, that mantra sadhana. When you don't speak unnecessarily, you conserve your spiritual energy. You conserve the energy of that mantra. You don't leak it out through careless communication. Now, that doesn't mean you should not speak at all. Of course, that is not the intention. You have to live in this world and you have to communicate. You're working, you're running your business, you need to grow your relationship, you have responsibilities, but the teaching is this: speak with awareness. Before you open your mouth, ask yourself, is what I'm going to say is truth? Is it kind? Is it necessary? Will it uplift the other person? Which will help the person to reflect. So your speech should be extension of your sadhana. When you speak truthfully and kindly, you are actually continuing your Lalita Sahasranama chanting in a different way. You are doing the sadhana continuously after even completing your chanting of Lalita Sahasranamam or Devi Khadgamala or any mantras that you may be chanting, be it Srividya Mantra. So you become the embodiment, the living embodiment of the Sahasranama, of that mantra. So this is where the sadhaka gets stuck. When you do the sadhana religiously, but you don't see the transformation, and you wonder why Ambal is testing, why Ambal is not blessing me, why is my life not changing despite chanting mantra. So the answer, I know, by now you realize it's very simple. Ambal is blessing your sadhana. The mantras are working, but you are removing those power with your unnecessary speech. So this is what you need to do. If you're serious about chanting mantras, if you're serious about doing the sadhana, mantra sadhana, be it Srividya or Lalita Sahasranamam or Devi Khadgamala, if you want to see the real transformation in your life, make a simple sankalpam for the next 48 days that I will speak only when it is necessary. I will speak in a kind way. I will not talk about someone who is not there, which is, I'll not gossip. I will not be harsh. Even if you're upset, put it in a way kindly where you state your point without hurting others. No harsh words, no complaining. If you catch yourself about saying something negative, you negate there itself by saying idam na mama. This is not me. So be very observant about what you're speaking. So think before you speak. You will notice something amazing when you start becoming aware. Your mantras will start working faster. Your mind will become calmer. Your relationships will improve. Opportunities will open up because you have stopped leaking the divine energy. Now, the divine energy you are generating through your sadhana is going to help you in transforming your life. Most importantly, this is not about perfection. You may do mistakes. You may, sometimes talk, unwantedly. But the awareness itself is a transformation. When you start becoming aware, the moment you realize, oh, I just spoke harshly, immediately you can, chant the mantra idam na mama. Yeah, and ask for forgiveness then and then. If not to the person, at least within you can ask, I ask forgiveness for what I have told. So that consciousness, that humility is what Ambal wants from you. So remember, Lalita Sahasranamam is not just chanting of mantras. It is the transformation that really happens within you. You are not just worshipping Ambal. You are invoking these divine qualities within you. If this message resonates, take a sankalpam what you are going to do from today, and in the comment section do let me know. I have taken a sankalpam to be aware of what I speak after I chant the mantras every single day for next 40 days. So you can mention as 40 days challenge accepted in the comment section. I'll be happy to know that. And if you have any questions, do let me know. I'll be happy to answer. Guru Kataksham Ambal Anugraham Paripurnam. Shri Matre Namaha.